So you made progress and then you lost it, and you're wondering how to get it back. Today, I'm addressing the question of how to embody your core truths more, and the question of what if I made lots of progress in my state of being and then lost it and can't get it back. So, super good question. I can't wait to get into it. Before we do, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am your muse, Traci. I am your favorite manifestation coach, and I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I offer one-on-one coaching and group coaching. And if you have any questions, check out the links down below. I'm going to skip all the details for today. And let's just get right into this question. So the question was a comment on one of the videos, and it's a little bit of a long question, but a super good question. So I'm just going to read it so we have all of the details of the question. I've been wondering, how do we really move towards embodiment of those core truths of our being? For example, one I've been struggling with is security. I had naturally found myself in a deep inner security and peace a few months ago. Couldn't even tell you how I did it, otherwise I'd be doing it right now. And I was really grounding in it and being in that without trying. Then I had a stumble, a spiral that led me back into the old state of being. Losing that feeling of being secure and relating to myself that way has been one of the most gut-wrenching and heartbreaking experiences for me, which is why months later I'm still stuck, in quotes. What it did shift in me is that is now more important to me than my physical manifestation. I recognize the huge shift of that for me. But I am struggling so much now to purposely have this shift. It happened so naturally before, and now I just feel like I'm trying to be secure again, but being completely lost on how, because I didn't have to try before. Being back in this old identity after feeling so grounded in my preferred one and receiving huge movement in my manifestation, which also has gone back to shit, feeling like I'm starting over, has been the hardest part of my journey so far. I'm tired and I'm ready to move on and embody my chosen identity, whether I get the physical manifestation or not. It just feels like no matter what I do, I can't. Okay. I love this question. I don't love that you're struggling and suffering, but I am intending that this video is going to just help you shift out of that. But I love this question because a few reasons. Okay, and there's a few questions in here. There's a few levels and things that I want to address. So stick with me here. So the first thing is, how do we move towards embodying the core truths of our being? That is simply a decision. These core truths that I've been talking about in my last two videos about you being powerful, you being infinite, you being, greater than your body. You're not your body. You're not this human. You are so much more than that. And that is the truth. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about in this question. The core truths of your being is so much more than this human form. And you know that, but embodying it is a decision. Now, it's not a one-time decision. If it was, that would be so easy and we would all be doing it. No, it's a moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment decision. You decide when you catch yourself being this human, being limited, being powerless, being in the illusion of insecurity, for your point of your question exactly, you have to go and choose again, decide again to embody what, in your case, again, it's security, but it can be any of the truths about who you truly are. Having the experience of being limited or powerless or insecure or not loved or, not abundant. Anytime you go back, and you will, that is the truth of this. And that is, again, why I love this question, because when you shift, it's in the beginning. Okay, eventually we can shift and stay there more permanently. It will seem like it's effortless, but in the beginning it's in and out and in and out and in and out, and that's what you're experiencing. Now I love that you had the experience of effortlessly shifting there, because that is proof that you can get back there. And maybe you can't get back there in the way that you got there the first time, but that really is irrelevant. And I want to free you from feeling like, well, I can't get back there because it was so effortless the first time, and now it requires effort, so I'm just stuck. No, you're not stuck. And if you were there in that deep feeling of security and you got huge movement in your manifestation, which I'm just highlighting that because that's evidence of your shift. So it's not like your shift wasn't real. No, your shift was real because you got the manifestation, like you said in your own words, huge movement. That's evidence of your shift. Okay. So I want to validate that, yes, you absolutely did shift. And because you did shift, I don't care how you shifted. I know that you felt it was effortless. That's irrelevant. The point is, you have that frequency, that vibration, that state, those are all kind of the same thing, by the way, within you. And you have it didn't go anywhere. It still exists. And if right now it feels like effort to get back there, okay, well, so be it. uh, don't get hung up on that. Don't get hung up on that. Just keep consistently shifting yourself back into security. Okay. And I know you're comparing it to when it was effortless. Try to stop doing that. Let that experience that you had where you shifted almost effortlessly until into this, you know, amazing state of feeling secure to the point where you got huge movement. Let that be evidence that that state exists within you. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. It's still there. And not only is it still there, you can get back to it. Okay. And how you get back to it, if it doesn't feel as effortless as the first time, that is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I think you're just a little bit hung up on that. It was so easy, so effortless. Okay. Well, be thankful that you had that, but don't be hung up that getting back there now isn't effortless. Okay. That's irrelevant. It's normal for you to have these states show up, and especially when it shows up and it seems, sometimes it's not effortless, sometimes we work really hard to get to this state, but we know we've nailed it, and we see the evidence in our manifestation. How you got there is irrelevant. Know that that state exists within you. It hasn't gone anywhere, and you can absolutely get back to it through your intention, through your decision. Make a decision. Every time you notice, I feel insecure, you go in your mind, you go, well, I know what security feels like, and I can tap into that feeling because I had the experience of being in that state. So in this state right now of feeling insecure, I can tap into security, and I can start to move myself into security. You see? And if it feels like 5 minutes later, you're back in insecurity, I don't care. No big deal. I'm saying that because I don't want you to get hung up on that. You're not failing if you slip back to insecurity. It doesn't matter. Just take it as an opportunity to go, oh, I feel insecure. Let me shift back into security. I know what that feels like. I've been there. I've been there. And again, it's like you're the embodying the core truths about your true nature. It's a moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment decision. Same thing with your state of being. And you will, I don't love the word test, but for ease of conversation and for ease of what I'm trying to convey here, your state will be tested, right? So you shifted into this amazing feeling of security and it got tested. Okay. No big deal. You're learning how to stabilize yourself into the state of your choosing, regardless of what tests show up. So what you're learning is how to intentionally and consciously and very deliberately stay in a state. That's all that's going on. Nothing is actually going wrong here. Nothing is going wrong here. And actually, I also want to point out the other part of what I love about what you wrote. Sorry, I didn't note down who left this question. I'm sure you'll leave a comment on the video. I hope you'll leave a comment on the video. But the other part I love about this is that what it shifted in you is that it's now more important to you, your state, than the physical manifestation. That is huge. That in and of itself is worth the experience. And it's probably why you went through this experience. You see, all of these things are happening for you. You didn't just have a stumble and a spiral that took you out of the state because, oops, the universe had a hiccup that day. No, you had a stumble and a spiral for the purpose of you realizing, wow, my state is even more important than my manifestation. And that is huge. Amazing. What a gift. What an amazing gift for you to realize that. And now with this video, you also know that you didn't lose that state forever. You achieved that state almost effortlessly. It exists within you. You can shift yourself back into it anytime you want to. Anytime you want to. And it doesn't have to be hard. That is just an idea. It's just a concept that you think it's hard now, that you think you can't stay there. That's just an idea. Okay. And it's okay, but you can let that idea go. You can let it go and understand that this exists within me and I'm learning. Flipping in and out of it is also teaching you something, okay? It's teaching you because the first time you don't even know how you got there, which again, lovely, great. But we need to know how we get to these states so we can do it again on purpose. So this is, again, what you're learning. You're learning how to find yourself in that state, find yourself not in that state, and intentionally move yourself back into that state of security. You're learning how to do it intentionally. Again, what an amazing gift. This is all happening for you, not against you, right? So I think I explained this very clearly, but let me just go again. You had this experience of being in the state of security, and anyone watching the video that wants to apply any other state, being powerful, being abundant, being loved, being, fulfilled, being satisfied, fill in the blank with what state you want to intentionally shift into. So and I guarantee you've had the experience. Okay. So take whatever it is, fulfillment, abundance, love. You've had the experience of being in that state. Again, I don't care how you got there. And now when you find yourself not in that state, all you need to do is remember, that state exists within me. I remember being there before at one time. So I shift myself back into that state. What would the feeling be like? That's how you get into the state. You contemplate the feeling, you remember the feeling, you put yourself in the feeling, and whatever brings you there, that's up to you. Whatever brings you there into the state that you want to be in, security is a choice, by the way. Let me say that as well. Security is created from within. It's never anything outside of you creating security. That's an illusion. That's you projecting your own security onto some external thing or person or event or, job. I don't know what it is, but that's you projecting your security on that thing. Security is never actually the thing out there. It's an inside state of being or a concept that you project on something and then say, oh, but that thing made me feel secure. No, you did that. So again, whatever it is, that's true with everything too, by the way, abundance, love, powerful. It's as within, so without. Oh, good. I had the opportunity to say it in this one too. Everything is created from within you. So when you feel yourself in the state of insecurity, remind yourself, well, I've been in the state of security. I know what that feels like. So I'm just going to take this moment where I feel insecure and I'm going to shift myself back into security. And whatever you do to shift yourself there, that's going to last some amount of time. And then when you notice yourself again back in the state of insecurity, you don't go, oh, I lost it. It's gone forever. I can't get back. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just giving you the simple explanation. You don't dwell there. You don't, oh, I'm here. You just go, oh, ooh, starting to feel insecure. Well, let me shift back into insecurity, or sorry, into security, because the more you dwell there, by the way, this is relevant too. The more you dwell in the state that you don't want to be in, the more you ruminate, the more you struggle, the more you, whatever you do in that state, you are building momentum. And you will find that it's harder to get out of that state the more you build the momentum there. Momentum is a real thing, and it works on both ends. When you find yourself in the security state, you want to build the momentum there. So it's harder to get out of. And when you find yourself in not a secure state, in insecurity, you want to be very careful, very aware not to build momentum there. We don't dwell there. We don't, marinate in that. We get out of it as quickly as possible so that we have less momentum to deal with. Okay. Momentum is a real thing. It works on either side of the pendulum swing. And you want to protect the momentum that you want to keep and avoid building momentum in the states that you don't want to be in, right? So that's why I'm saying when you find yourself in the state of insecurity, as quickly as you can, as soon as you recognize it, you go, oh, well, I know what to do. I'm going to move myself back into security. So you build as little momentum there as possible. Really good question. And I want to just finish this video by saying, this is an amazing gift and an amazing experience that you've had. Nothing is actually going wrong. You've had the experience of going into the state so deeply, right? You have a very intense feeling connected to it. So that's really good and helpful. You saw what it did with your manifestation. You learned that your inner state is way more important than your external manifestation. So many good things have happened. And with you falling out of it, you are learning how to intentionally move yourself into the state so you can repeat it, right? You can do this intentionally. Okay. So amazing. Nothing is going wrong. Everything is going exactly right. And you don't have to consider yourself to be stuck anymore. You are not stuck. You are never stuck. All right, leave me a comment down below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.